Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about what I think is coming, and it's just like that's the way the cards are stacked. And that is, we're headed towards the most dystopian, tyrannical future that I guess I knew it was going to happen, but I just, nobody knows when. But we're starting to see banks fail. I just got through talking to a lady at the bank, the manager of the local bank around here. We had some business up there, and while they were taking care of some receipts and stuff, I had a moment, maybe 5 or 10 minutes to talk with her. And she said her mortgages are down 50%. I said, is it about half? And she said, yeah, close. So I'm just going to say about 50%. And that's a really good bellwether. Your local banks are a really good bellwether. Melonhead over at Nobody Special Finance sent me a text just a while ago, 5 minutes ago, and I wrote it down. He said, just so you know, Silvergate, that's the bank that was tied up in all the crypto lending, and that was a really good lesson. I never got into that. It just seemed too good to be true. 10% interest, 12% interest, loaning your crypto. I actually heard Robert Kiyosaki doubling over laughing about how it was a scam. And it just never really rang true to me. Maybe one day, but we're not anywhere near there just yet, I don't think. But, they're belly up. JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Bank of America are all down 5% today. Now, the more of these banks that fail is going to be more ammo to use on this central bank digital currency, which is being deployed as we speak. Stacey sent me a little article about SWIFT conducts more CBD tests. The SWIFT system, that's how we move money around the globe. It's old, it's outdated. And they're trying to move over to this new digital currency. And you might say, oh, Chris, we've already got debit cards and stuff like that. It is not the same, not even close to being the same thing. This is how they're going to track you. This is how everything you can imagine, every purchase you make. Think about not having cash. Just think about that. It makes you kind of walk through the steps. Okay, what if I go to the flea market, a garage sale, anything like that? What if I send money to my aunt? What if they're going to know about it, and there'll be some kind of tax on it. What if you owe the government money? There's going to be tax. They'll be able to debit your account whenever they feel like. I'm working on my watershed over there. I got my tiller out. There's my tiller. And I got my fertilizer that my neighbor blessed me with, straight up blessed me with some horse manure. And, I guess as you get older, you get excited about different things. When you get excited about manure, I guess that means you're getting a little bit older. But I'm going to till that in, and then I'm going to top dress it with that big pile of manure over there next to my gooseneck. So let me know what you think. Some people have different ideas about tilling in manure. Some people say don't do it, but I think if you don't do it, I've noticed that the roots won't really go down. They'll stay shallow. So I'm gonna till it in and then top dress the rows and then put the plastic and all the other stuff I do. I'll make a video about it this year if you're interested. The plastic mulch really helps my garden. There's the massive pile. That was a much bigger pile earlier. I'll take you around to the orchard in a minute. I'm working on the orchard. I really waited too long. I got busy and I didn't plant when I was supposed to, so I just did a few things. Might grow some watermelons over there this year. But I was listening to Larry McDonald. He runs the Bear Trap Report. Super sharp guy, and lo and behold, he was into the gold miners, gold and silver miners, precious metals miners, and I thought that's kind of the camp I'm in. When people do run to solid currency, we're going to have to produce more of it, and people are every day. Every day the prices go down. You guys are buying more and more. And be patient with Stacey. She really does her best, and she's been getting just a little bit behind, but just sit tight. She's going to get back to you. It's not a question if she's going to or not, but if she doesn't answer right away, that's why. It's because she's spending, time with other people. Now, this is the new project. This is what I've been up to. That's another 3 acres I bought over here. I'm clearing all this, and that mulcher is awesome. That thing makes short work of this. It did all this in a day. I got my brush pile here. I'm gonna burn the stumps. This kind of gets you guys up to date on what I've been up to. I've been a little bit quiet on my videos lately. I've been doing some, but I haven't really done a walk around, so I thought I would. Now, Larry McDonald says, and this is a quote, "The withdrawal of capital from middle-class families is so spectacular. The bottom line is that every 1% they raise interest rates, it takes $50 billion out of the pockets of the middle-class families." Now, the middle class, they always get hammered with this. They're the ones that suffer. And the elderly and people on fixed income, they're already spending way more on food and necessities than they were. And they're talking about raising. Jay Powell just came out a couple days ago and said, if we need to raise interest rates, that's what we're going to do. They're about to raise interest rates again. Mortgages are already at 7%. We were talking about how they're going to raise interest rates, and they sure did. Jose, are you here? He must have ran up to the shop. But he's getting my trailer all painted up. The boards were rotten. I thought, well, I might as well go ahead and paint it. New boards. I think I'm going to burn them this time. I'm going to absolutely burn the boards. I'm going to soak them in oil and see if I can get a little bit more life out of them. This is my Taylor Welding Home Depot back here. I love it. Someday I'll take you over there and tell you about that equipment I built. It's different. I think you'll like it. And now we're back around to the orchard. Like I said, I kind of waited a little too long to plant, but I'm going to plant anymore. So, how's there a recession when unemployment rate's at 3.4%? How's that possible? When we're looking to gain 200,000 jobs in the next quarter. Something doesn't add up. Something isn't quite right, and I can feel it. I think you guys can too. If you're invested in FANG stocks, I'm looking for 10, 20%, and that's more than a gut feeling. That's I do a lot of time listening and paying attention. I do try to listen more than I speak, believe it or not. But there's some really wise people that have been in the markets for a long time, and Larry McDonald's one of them. And they're calling for some ugly stuff. He's talking 30%. Now, these are his indicators, and all that stuff I'm not going to get into. But I want to encourage you to go check out your local bank. Talk to them. Hey, how are mortgages going? Is it slowing down? I guarantee you they're going to say yes. I know starts on new construction's way down. Like I told you before, the lady said 50%. 50%. The plastic in the middle of the orchard is really holding up. This was something I didn't know if it would work or not, but I got a big ravine here, and it's starting to back up and silt in. But that's some 50-year plastic I put down because I didn't want to put a bunch of rock. I got a bunch of fertilizer in here. I'm going to plant stuff. My blueberry plants are over there. I got some plum trees. It's really coming along, but let me know what you think about my tilling project. And if you're all in one bank and they suffer some kind of major loss, I feel for you. If you're banking on a job that might not be here, and that's your only source of income, get another income, get a side hustle. I can't tell you how many times that has saved my bacon, having something else I can do besides my normal everyday job. And what that is, I try to bring stuff up all the time, but the fact is, that's the way the wealthy people have done it. They have businesses that pay them. You know, they have other streams of income, so when one gets slow, the other one, you know, helps them through, or maybe it even picks up. Try to think about things that are going to do good in the future. That's all you really have to do. Try to think through it. And there's been a lot. I mean, Google was started in a garage. You know, there's many people. I ran into a guy I go to church with the other day, and he was a welder. I used to weld with him, and he started his own construction business. He said, "Man, it's really turning into something." And I said, "You better be careful. It'll be, you know, it will turn into something, and you'll have more than you can do." And I hope that for him. But he's got a steady job. He's doing that every day, and he's got this side hustle gig that's trying to take off, and he's at that catch-22, or do I stay and keep my vacation and all my sick leave and all that, all these little honey pots they set out for you. So that's something everybody's got to work through. But I just want to encourage you to pay attention, watch the stock market. It does not look good. And that goes for my mining stocks too. I think everything's about to get hammered, but it might be a very good buying opportunity. If you're interested in winning the silver, don't forget to leave your crypto questions. We're going to select a couple of crypto questions and give 2 people 25 grams of silver in little 5-gram bars. So it's a cool way to denominate silver and be able to barter with it. And if you have any gold and silver needs, call Stacey. Her number will be in the description. And guys, above all, I want you to have an awesome day. I'll see you in the next one. Later.